So today you will find the length of a missing side of a right triangle by using the Pythagorean Theorem. Your steps: label A, B, and C. C is the hypotenuse, A and B are the legs. Write the Pythagorean Theorem formula: a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Substitute your values, solve for the unknown, and then round to the nearest tenths if needed. Here's example A. Page 1, example 1, write an equation that allows you to determine the length of the unknown side of the right triangle, round to the nearest tenths. So our first step, we need to label A, B, and C. So I'm going to take my pen tool. I'm going to find my right angle right here. Across from it is the hypotenuse, so that side's labeled as C. The other two sides are the legs, so you're going to label them A and B. It doesn't make a difference as to which is A and which is B as long as one's A and the other one's B. So, second step, we have to go through and write the Pythagorean Theorem formula down. So you're going to just write a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Next step, substitute your values. So to substitute my values, I'm going to use the fact that I know b is 5 and c is 13. So I'm going to substitute b in here and c in here. So let's do that. So you'd have a squared, a is unknown, so leave it as a. B is 5, so I plugged in 5 for b, and c is 13, so I plugged in 13 for the c. So next step, we have to calculate our values. We have to start calculating. So 5 times 5, 5 squared is 25. 13 times 13 is 169. So you get a squared plus 25 equals 169. Your next step, we have to undo this adding 25 right here. So let's go through and do that. So we're going to undo adding 25. So we're going to subtract. The opposite of adding 25 is subtracting. So let's subtract 25 from both sides. So over on the left-hand side, the 25's cancel. You're left with a squared. And you have to do 169 minus 25. So let's go through and do that. We get 144 and bring down your a squared. Next step, we have to take the square root of both sides. So we're going to take the square root of a squared and the square root of 144. The square root of 144 is 12. So therefore for this problem, our answer is a is equal to 12. So our missing leg length was 12.